Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to the Den of Tools. We got, another power station here from VTOMAN. If you've been around the channel, you know these are the people who everything they make also seems to also be usable as a jump starter. I kid you not. And before you click away thinking this is just some sort of gimmick or something, they honestly work. So let's take a look at, see if it's going to work for you. Let's do a tour of this thing and put it through the CPAP test and see how it holds up to that. So let's do that now. All right, one of the biggest tests that people ask about this is the old CPAP test. Now, I'm running a CPAP with a heated water reservoir. We got it set on 2. Here's what we normally keep it on. And we're going to turn on our machine here. And let's see what we got here. 66% remaining. We get the AC turned on. Let's plug it in. Boot up on this. Maybe it'll start. Helps if I press the button right. All right. We're pulling, as you can see here, we're looking at 28 watts. Down to 26. 33. Let's try it. See if I can breathe through it. You saw that spike there, right? All right. Let's sleep through the night, see how it goes. All right, here we go. I had to plug my phone in, so you see that's plugged in. CPAP is plugged in. Just woke up this morning, grabbed my phone, and we're at 35%. Now, that's quite a drop, but again, this thing you saw, it pulls some wattage there, okay? So we're at 66. Half of that would be 33, so we're at 35. So it looks like you should get a solid of 3 nights if you're using a CPAP. And this is one of the most power-hungry CPAPs that you can use. So if it can handle that, then I think you're going to be okay. Quick walk around here. This is the AC input over here. So you got AC, DC, as well as solar inputs. Here you got your 12 volt. That looks like a marine grade plug. 2 12 volt barrels. We got the USB A's down here, USB C's up here. We got 3 of the 110s. This, of course, is where VTOMAN gets weird because everything can be a jump starter. You have to buy that kit accessory separately. And then there's the other type of plug over there for direct battery charging. One of the things I love about this thing is it's got something I think they all should have, which is onboard storage for your cables. So you put all your cables and everything else in there. All right, you saw it do the CPAP test, and again, my CPAP draws way more power than most people. So I can get 3 solid nights out of this thing with no recharge on it. And if you hook up some solar or you charge it during the day, there's a lot of stuff you can do with it. But we're going to talk about the price real quick, then we're going to jump through the features, because I think you should know the features on this before you think about anything else. First off, the price on it is currently $8.49. That's, even Amazon says it's a deal, but I got a coupon code. You know how we do it here. I got a coupon code in the links down below. We're going to get you another 8% off. That's going to take it to sub $800 on this. Actually, I think it's like $780 and change there. So it takes it down there quite a bit for a 1548 watt hour power station. That's significant for something like that. All right, this is definitely not in the A game. All right, they're not playing against Blue Eddy and Anchor and much less EcoFlow. Okay, these guys are like third stringers trying to be second stringers, but you know what? They've got something there. There's some sort of spark there. They got something special. So let's take a look at it. Let's go through this real quick. First thing they got a quick charge system in this thing. It will charge to full in an hour. That's off of AC. Now, if you plug it into AC, into a 400 watt solar panel, and into the DC charger, I don't know where you're getting the DC power, but if you do, you can charge this thing in 45 minutes. 1,500 watts, ready to pick up and walk out the door in 45 minutes. That's insane. All right. Now, of course, it's got all sorts of whiz-bang wizardry on the motherboard. It's got overcharge protection, overcurrent protection, short circuit protection, over discharge protection, smart AI protection. Now, I did think for a second, does it protect itself against smart AIs? That would be cool. No, it's just smart features on it. Anyway, high temperature protection, of course, spark proof, over voltage, reverse polarity. That's a nice one. There are some out there where if you wire it, especially if you're doing solar and stuff and you wire it up wrong, you can really just, you can brick it. And that's not going to be a case here. And of course, reverse charge protection on that as well. Now let's get into the interesting stuff. So I talked about this before, the triple charge capacity. This will take in 2,100 watts at once. That's what I mean. That's 2,100 watts in an hour. That's over 1,500, 45 minutes. That's, of course, if you're doing AC and solar and DC. That would be an odd situation, but you can do it. Now, here's something I know a lot of you are going to ask. Can I use it as an uninterruptible power station? And yes, you can. Under 20 millisecond switchover time. That's fantastic. Use it for your computer. Use it for your fridge. Use it for your CPAP. I got to tell you, I have a unit like this set up at home with my CPAP, and it's some real peace of mind knowing that no matter what happens, my CPAP's going to keep running through the night, all right? Now, here's some of the specs on it for you guys who want to go through the specs. Of course, we talked about the watt hours. It's running LiFePO 4 batteries. That's important. If you're buying any of these power stations, you want LiFePO 4 batteries, otherwise called LFP batteries. Why? Lithium ion, great for power tools, but you only get so many recharge cycles out of it. And if you overstress them, they have this nasty tendency to burst into flame. Not an issue with LiFePO 4 batteries. LiFePO 4 batteries don't burst into flame, and they get just so many more recharge cycles. I mean, exponentially almost. It's way more recharge cycles on us. Now, we talked about the AC input. We talked about that. The USB-A, I showed you that. I showed you the USB-C on it. It's got car output, DC output, AC input. It's got the Anderson inputs. UPS function we talked about, pass-through charging, yes, you kind of have to have that if you're going to have the UPS function on it. It does have a flashlight on the back. It does the weak, medium, strong, strobe, and SOS, which I think is ridiculous. Why bother with that? I don't know why they put that in there. It's a decent one. I'm not a big fan of flashlights on power stations. I think Anchor is the only one who's really kind of done it right because they have a really diffuse light. This one's not bad, but it's not my favorite. Net weight is 41 pounds, 41 and a half, if you want to call it what it is. It's not a big box, 15.6 by 10.5 by 11. That's not that big. And the best thing about it is the old design from VTOMAN had the handle on the top. This is the new one. Apparently they were listening to me and they put the handles on the side. Big win. And the integrated on storage on the top. Huge win on this one. Now they do have solar panels, and I gotta say, they're a little bit pricey. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not really. I can't really recommend them. They're not bad. They're good solar panels, but a lot of other people are making good solar panels at a better price point than this. I mean, it's nice. The charger cable comes with it. It's a multi-charge kind of cable. It'll do XT60, Anderson DC, and MC4 is the connection for the panels themselves. Now that's it. I find it interesting that they show it's compatible with all these units, and they show Bluetti and Anchor and EcoFlow. So they're agreeing with who the top players are as well. Now the one thing I will say is I did say it can be used as a jump station, right? Well, here's your cables. You do have to buy them separately. They're $30 more, and they plug into the port that I showed you in the video, and you plug it right in. So that's the nice thing about it is if you don't already have a jump station. Now this isn't something that's probably going to live in your car. But if you got a shop or something like this and you got a power station, hey, I need it, you can go and get it, you can use it. It's one of those nice kind of have things, especially if you go camping, you take this thing camping, now if you're running your car battery down in your middle of nowhere, you got jumper cables with you. And you can plug in the extra battery thing there. I showed you on that, was right next to the jumper port. It's so you can put it in one of the expansion batteries. Now they're on sale, lowest price in 30 days on this. I don't have a coupon code for it, $700. For $1,500, this is a pretty decent price on this. I believe the reason it's on sale and they're blowing it out is I think they're changing the format. Now, I don't normally do this for companies that I feel don't have an established retail presence. Okay, so for some of the bigger names, I don't mind putting links in. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to show you VTOMAN's website. If you buy from their website, that's on you. They make good products. They seem like good people, but there's no track record that I can sit there and say, okay, they're going to give you a refund if you have a problem. They're going to back it up. If you have a problem, they're not going to double charge your credit card. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying I don't have a track record saying they don't, and we always like to play it cautious here. So usually with these kind of newer companies, they're not super new. They've been around for a little while, but usually I require that I only show. In fact, they didn't even ask for this. I usually only show Amazon or Walmart links for stuff like that. So again, if you go to this website and you buy something on here, that's on you. All right. But the reason so there you see I think that's the new battery they're coming up with. Okay, now that I had that huge long disclosure there, I think they're changing the battery system again. No handle on top, big win. They're listening, and let's see, they got flash sales and other stuff here, and there's some of the solar panels and yada yada. But this is not why I brought you here. This is not why I brought you here. I brought you here because they've got a video on this page you have got to watch. It's freaking hilarious. All right. And I'm sorry, VTOMAN, but you gotta, if you can't laugh at yourself, then I'll do it for you. So this video here, I'm going to refresh the page because it's, oh my gosh, it's a story inside a story. I don't know if there's sound to go with it. I didn't see any sound. Oh, come on. Tell me you're going to load. It is just the most ridiculous. So here we go. This is the little video that's in here, and we're not going to watch the whole thing because it goes on for a while. But I mean, you like it's post-apocalyptic. Everything's terrible. Here's our lone survivor with his rifle, walking into the wilderness, coming into the urban setting. He shows it. Look there, we got spider webs and stuff. It's been a while. No, there's no electricity. Anyway, I'm not going to spoil it for you. You gotta watch it. It's a hoot. Anyway, no, I don't want to ruin it. You gotta watch it. So at the end of the day, let's talk about it. Is this a product that you should be buying? Well, here's what I'm going to say about it. They're very innovative. This is the same company that also makes a impact driver that is also a jump starter. I carry one in my truck. We had it in deals of the week last week. So they have very interesting stuff. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is on par with an EcoFlow. I don't even think it's on par with the Anchor or the Blue Eddy. Again, this is a third string product as far as I'm concerned that has some unique abilities. I mean, you don't see a lot in this price point that have expansion batteries. You definitely don't see any that have jump starter capabilities. But how about the multi-power input? How about the works as a UPS? At sub $800 for 1,500 watts, I think for somebody who's really budget minded, who likes the flexibility of this, that's an interesting way to do it. And the other thing you have to think about is, say you're looking for 3,000 watts of backup power, but the idea of lifting a 3,000 watt power station makes your back cringe. Well, with this, you break it up in two. You get this, and you get the power backups, the backup battery. Now you got two of them. It's like running dual gas batteries. That way, it's more portable. You can store it easier. Gives you those options. Again, I love the onboard storage. The build quality on it is really good. I won't say it's not enough that I'm like, oh my gosh, it's exceptional, it's amazing. It didn't strike me like that, but it's decent. The display is okay. Again, nothing to write home about. Again, it's not like super amazing, but it has some quirks and features to it that make you go, maybe, and especially at the price point, maybe this is something you might want to consider. That's what I'm going to say about it. Anyway, links and coupon code are down below if you want to check it out. While you're down there, let me know what you think about this, or let me know what features you're looking for in a portable power station kind of system like this. We're going to be testing more of them as we go out throughout the rest of the year. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. I want to thank VTOMAN again for sponsoring this video. Anyway, you all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.